And who said the sequel always sucks? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. Before I get into this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Ever since Pat McAfee was revealed to be the one on the other end of that phone call with Randy Orton, it feels as if the wrestling community has been ablaze. Everybody from, the detractors to the supporters of WWE and TKO have been going left and right discussing this. After that segment, we immediately saw Cody Rhodes come out later on the night, taking aim at Ari Emanuel and TKO. And we saw that again tonight with CM Punk. But not only did we see CM Punk take a shot at Ari Emanuel and TKO, the guy went full bazooka mode and gave it to everybody and anybody who mattered in the world of the WWE. And it really feels like now we are in the middle of kind of like this Marvel type Civil War situation where it's Team WWE against Team TKO. And one of the best things about professional wrestling, for me personally, right? Things that really get me excited. And as somebody who has been watching professional wrestling for multiple decades now at this point, is what excites me the most is when things feel real and when the lines are blurred. And it really feels as if right now we are in the middle of that because we're hearing all these different dirt sheet reports from people and we're watching the product. And it feels like now, like we don't know what is a work, we don't know what is a shoot, we don't know what is real and fake. And I feel like that is what is really sparking not only interest in myself into the product, but for a lot of you guys, right? We saw tonight CM Punk, they're building towards his match with Roman Reigns. And one of my biggest criticisms of CM Punk ever since he's returned to the WWE is it feels as if things have been kind of sanitized with him. We've had brief glimmers of the old CM Punk, his promo leading up to the Royal Rumble with Cody Rhodes, the feud with Drew McIntyre, and the Hell in a Cell match, which I thought was great. But for the most part, it kind of feels as if it's been Diet Punk, just for me personally, right? But tonight, we saw, if not, and I don't want to feel like I'm somebody who's kind of just in the moment, but we saw one of the greatest promos of his entire career, which is saying much, right? Because we got all the, obviously we know about the pipe bomb, which is like one of those Mount Rushmore moments in professional wrestling for a lot of people. But tonight, in the midst of this civil war between WWE and TKO, and building towards this match with him and Roman Reigns, two of the biggest superstars in the entire business tonight, we saw this guy not only go at Roman Reigns, bringing up the fact that Roman Reigns is a Nepo baby, saying that Roman Reigns is phony, he is plastic. That is why he goes on the Jimmy Fallon shows and do all these promotion work, because he is safe, he is manufactured, he is not authentic like CM Punk, who is dangerous and real. He calls, like I said, he brings up the fact that he is a Nepo baby, and he says he is a failed Nepo baby who ate dog food for a weird old man. The second Vince McMahon reference that we have seen on WWE TV in the last 2 weeks. That's not a coincidence in my mind. He goes on to talk about Pat McAfee. He says there's no way that a guy like him who kicked footballs for a living can have any type of say in the world of professional wrestling, talking about putting asses in seats and not bringing up the fact, him bringing up the fact that WrestleMania hasn't sold out yet. He has no authority to speak upon that. And he should talk to his agent, Ari Emanuel, about lowering the ticket prices. Now, that is something that where I extremely believe that it feels as if the creative team, Triple H specifically, is telling his top stars, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, to bring up these frustrations that he personally has with TKO and is kind of using them, he's kind of speaking through them. Because that's not something that you would assume that TKO would be okay with him publicly saying on the TV show. And one of the things that is kind of, in my crawl is we've seen this amazing promo with CM Punk going at Roman Reigns, going at TKO, going at Pat McAfee and Ari Emanuel. But for me, that's really kind of taken away from this is the fact that, okay, this is great. He talked about lowering the ticket sales. He talked about, people having, being shoehorned, these celebrities being shoehorned in the show, like Pat McAfee. But if the product continues to be the same, where we're continuing to see these celebrities, Speed, Yachty, uh, Jelly Roll, Pat, being thrown into the show repeatedly on a consistent basis, and the ticket sales still being extremely expensive, does anything that he said really mattered? And that's something that I'm contemplating in my mind because it's like, do I want to nitpick? Do I want to, take away from the great moment and the great television that the guy gave us by trying to use my logic? I feel as if that's coming across as like me being a hater or me thinking too much, but it's just something that's on my mind, and it's going to be interesting to see how things go moving forward, especially with it's now kind of been ingrained in the television show that it is WWE versus TKO. And it's kind of interesting when you think about it. The two most interesting periods in WWE over the last couple of years, right, was the lead up to WrestleMania 40 in my mind, and right now after what we saw tonight with CM Punk. And it's funny how the two most interesting parts of WWE's storylines in the last several years happen to be made up by a beautiful mistake. And it's just funny how the professional wrestling industry works and how those type of things go. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you think about this? Are you team WWE? Are you team TKO? What did you think about this CM Punk promo tonight? Do you think this is going to be one of those promos that last the test of time, like his pipe bomb promo? Let me know in the comment section. Guys, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.